Welcome to the continuation video of our Notion Trading Journal tutorial series. We're continuing with the pages of the day trading section. We examined the trade logs page. In this section, we'll be looking at the analytics page. Before that, we'll quickly take a look at a detail in the day and scalp page. At the very top of the page, you can see the daily table. And you may remember this calendar view from the main page. Each card shows us our daily trade overview. To automate this, you need to make a small adjustment. Inside this toggle, there's a written and visual tutorial for the automation process. To automate, follow these steps. Click the icon to the right of the New button. Click the three dots next to Untitled Template. From the menu, update the Repeat option to Daily. This will automatically add a new entry to the table each day. In addition, you can view your daily performance statistics using this table without any manual input required. Now that we're done with this page, we can move on to the Analytics page. So, here is our Analytics page with the navigation bar at the top, and right below it is the Slicers section, which we use to filter the analytics data as we desire. On the left side, there's a navigator showing the sub-pages of Analytics that aren't included in the top navigation bar. As you can see, the page consists of two sections, and each table has customized tabs. These are specialized databases that allow you to analyze your trading data based on the variables we used while trading. Some of them consist of two parts, but fundamentally, their structure and the metrics they contain are the same. As you may recall from the Trade Logs page, when we entered our setup for a specific trade, certain rules appeared in the table for that setup, and we would check them off. That's the tab where you can enter those rules into the system. Just click the New button and write down the details of your setup. That's it. So, what metrics do we have in our tab 1? Let's take a look together. Number of trades, winners, win rate, aimed R, and break-even win rate, which basically gives you the win rate you need to break even based on your average aimed R. Same goes for the returned R as well. And R realization gives us the rate of returned divided by aimed R, and our drawdown and updraw percentages. You remember them from the page where we enter our trade data. They are created by measuring the lowest and highest levels the price reaches while we are trading, with reference to our stop-loss or target levels. Here, you can see the average drawdown and updraw percentages for this tab as well. And our holding time. Let's examine which metrics are present in tab 2 by checking the ticker's database. Here we have gross profit, gross loss, and profit factor, which is calculated by dividing gross profit by gross loss. Next is the system quality number, which essentially measures your system based on your profit and loss performance and provides you with a rating. Immediately to the right, you'll see the calculation of standard deviation, which is based on the returned R data. In the column right next to it, you can see the standard deviation based on the profit and loss. And the column displays our average profit on winning trades. Immediately to the right, there's also a column for average loss on losing trades, and our PL ratio calculated by dividing the first by the second of these two numbers. Here is the average profitability per trade. And the last column is the Sharpe ratio of your trading performance. All these metrics are available for other variables as well. And we remember the slicers from the swing page as well. However, the slicer system here is more advanced, upgraded compared to before. In the previous system, data retrieval took time, but here, all slicers except for functions instantly update the data. Additionally, you can make multiple selections from each slicer, which wasn't possible in the previous version. So, let's say we want to see the average aimed R of our winner trades. So, let's first change the function slicer to average. As we can see in the table, based on our 12 trades, we aimed for an average of approximately 7R. What about the average aimed R of our winning trades? As I mentioned earlier, the number will generate instantly. Yes. So, our analytics indicate that we are aiming for less in our winning trades. Well, this might indicate that when we have unrealistic expectations and aim for the moon, we are more likely to lose. You can conduct a similar experiment with your drawdown and updraw levels as well. And don't forget to use the other slicers as well. You can use each of them together with multiple selections. You can access any additional information you need from here. We've reached the end of this video. In the next one, we'll explore the execution and inner demons pages. See you then.